Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Matthew, as you know, and today we are going to be reacting to the Avatar Fire and Ash official trailer. I have to tell y'all, I love this franchise so much. Avatar 1 is my favorite movie of all time. When I was 7 years old, Avatar 1 came out. I still remember being in Moody Gardens in Galveston, Texas, of all places, and my dad and I and my mom decided to go watch a movie in 4D in one of the big pyramids there. And it was this new movie called Avatar with blue monkeys. And we were all like, oh, okay, sure, whatever, this will be fun. It was so good and so groundbreaking in how good it looked, the music, everything, that my dad and I stepped out of the theater after the movie and paid for 2 more tickets and went right back in. I waited so long for the second movie and it was absolutely worth it, and I saw so much slander online of people just thinking, how can I be different, trying to say that these movies aren't memorable, and Avatar 2 just knocked it out of the water. In box office, in ratings, reviews, story, CGI, music, everything about these movies is peak. And it's so funny too, because even online I've already seen some reactions to this trailer of people rage baiting. They're like, don't people realize this is just cowboys versus Indians? I don't know if they want a medal for media literacy or what. I'm fully expecting this movie is gonna easily hit over $2 billion, and this is going to be in the top 5 earning movies of all time. I love these characters. I love this story. The final battle at the end, my friends and I would watch it in slow-mo, all the kills, and be like, woo! And then what's so funny is after the Way of Water with Neytiri's rampage in the end, we're like 22 and we're doing the same thing. Thank you all again for 4,500 subscribers. It means so much. I started this channel to just nerd out with people and share my thoughts on Marvel, Star Wars, video game gameplay, and here we are at 4,500 subscribers. I'm so excited for this movie. If you're a big Avatar fan, drop a like, hit the bell to stay notified for more videos. Feel free to share your own thoughts, theories down in the comment section. Here we go. Oh yeah, baby! Hallelujah Mountains! Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's magnificent. Ooh.
The strength of the ancestors is here.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, baby. Woo! Oh. Yo. Oh man. Oh.
You cannot live like this, baby. In hate.
If there is something you can do,
oh man. Oh no.
then you must do it.
Oh no. Oh! Oh no, we're cooked! Oh no,
The
man.
children?
Oh shit!
No, Spider.
What? What?
And we will find another way.
Yo! Oh. Oh.
Your goddess has no dominion here.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh no. Oh, we're totally losing another member of the family. One of the parents is gonna die. One of the parents is gonna die, man. Oh, I'm so sad. This is gonna break my heart. It's gonna break my freaking heart, man. We get a shot of Neytiri in the same funeral garments she's wearing at Neteyam's funeral from the end of the second movie. Oh, we're cooked, man. We also get a shot of Neytiri on a hospital bed, scared for the children. Man, this reminds me of the scene in The Incredibles when Elastigirl has her kids in the cave. She tells them, remember those Sunday morning cartoons we used to watch as a kid and the good guys always win? They're like, yeah. And she goes, well, this isn't that. If you mess up, you will be killed. I feel like there's going to absolutely be a scene like that with the parents in this movie where Jake or Neytiri is telling the kids, you have to look out for yourself. If you mess up, you will genuinely just be killed. They'll kill you like nothing. Yeah, man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. This evil chick is Varang. She is crazy. She's the leader of the Ash Clan. Their people, or most of their culture, was destroyed by a volcanic eruption, and since then their hearts have been filled with so much hate and anger, with Eywa allowing that to happen, that they have forsaken Eywa. And I believe a big part of their thing, I don't think any of them will have the Kurus. Kuru braid is what the clans in the first and second movie attaching with animals to become one and communicate with their mount. I believe the entire Ash Clan cuts all theirs off. I really love the Quaritch versus Jake stuff. What I think is going to be compelling is Spider saves Quaritch in the end. And I remember, even for people that liked Avatar 2, that was one complaint I saw a lot, was it was bad writing or it doesn't make sense. I think Spider's conflicted about Quaritch for sure, because Jake raised him, but we know from the second movie that Neytiri never viewed him as her son, even though Jake did. And I think a big thing in this trailer, we see Spider falling off one of the Hallelujah Mountains while Jake and Quaritch are fighting. I think that both of them will try to save him. And it's ironic because Jake and Quaritch hate each other so much, and the main villain, Varang, her clan is so focused on hate and anger. I feel like Quaritch is going to have to put his hate and anger aside to put his love for his son over that. And if we get a Quaritch redemption, I think that would be crazy. I don't know if it would happen just in this one movie, but I am going to also say a theory here. I think for sure they're going to have a scene where Jake and Quaritch have to work together to survive. And it could even be where we see the enemy and hero work together to defeat a common enemy, a common villain. I think Varang, even though we see Quaritch in this Ash Clan's war paint at one point, I do think that Varang is going to be so twisted and so evil that... Honestly, I'm calling it. I think Jake and Quaritch are going to have to team up, and I think they're going to bring her down. Also, Neytiri is very clearly heavily injured, which I'm very scared about. And that's another thing about Spider too, is Jake is telling Neytiri, we can't live in all this hate. You can't live in all this hate. She has so much hatred for the humans, and she genuinely doesn't love Spider at all. And that's what's scary too. That's why Spider hid from her right after her rampage in the end of the second movie. I think if she saw him, she might have genuinely killed him. This is another one of the new clans, the Wind Clan. Nomadic clan, always traveling throughout Pandora. Maybe they can provide the Water Clan with information about the Ash Clan that's going to help them in beating them, but this is basically a trading clan. They constantly trade and go all across the surface of Pandora. This is a really cool shot too. They have their... This almost looks ripped right out of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, and that's not a shot. That's awesome to see the consistency. A lot of the clans on the, I believe it's the western frontier, a lot of them have similar structures to this in smaller trees, where it's just one big threaded together pad that they all live on. Look at this! Look at it! We get Quaritch solo traveling to the Ash Clan. Look at this. Their home tree has been destroyed by the volcano, man. They're just full of hate. They've forsaken Eywa completely. This music with this shot, and this shot of Jake and his family, and look, he has Spider on his back going through the swamps of Pandora. Oh man, what new creature are we gonna see here? Loak's whale friend is also back. I also think we're gonna have a lot of Loak blaming himself for Neteyam's death, which I do think is important. Also, this movie is going to be longer than Avatar 1 and 2 by about 20 minutes. I really did not like Loak on my initial watch of Avatar 2, because I am an oldest brother, so Neteyam is the character that I was excited to see grow more, and Neteyam gets killed, and I did tear up in the movie. I was emotional, and and it's right to blame Loak, and it's right that he's blaming himself because it is his fault, and he needs to take accountability. And I think there's going to be a lot of growth with him. We see him pushing his father away in one of these shots as well. I think he blames himself, and it is his fault, but that it's going to cause him to become a great man, a great warrior, a great character, room for great character growth. And I'm very, very interested to see what they do with him. You little rat. You little rat, Quaritch. Oh, man. I wonder, though, would they make Quaritch cut off his Kuru braid where he can't become one with the animals of Pandora anymore? See, look, again, we have the shots of Jake loving on Spider, and wait a minute. Spider's not wearing a mask. What? Pardon me? Could Awa accept a human where he can breathe the air there? Is that even possible? What? Ladies and gentlemen, did we just realize something together, dude? Ladies and gentlemen, holy hell, we are cooked. This is another thing I gotta glaze Avatar 1 and 2 for, is scale. What's so interesting when you put this whole thing in perspective is the Na'vi winning in the end of the first movie is really them just kicking the hornet's nest. And what I mean by that is you have to remember the climactic, awesome, badass battle and the Hallelujah Mountains in the end of Avatar 1. That is just the forces of a mining colony that the RDA had. And at the time, it was the only RDA facility on Pandora. But after that, as we saw in the beginning of Avatar 2, they send so many ships. And they have the robots that they build the first human city on Pandora, Anchorhead. And Anchorhead is huge. And then again, the stakes, the final battle of Avatar 2 is much smaller in scale than the first movie. But the stakes are so much more personal, with Neteyam being dead and Quaritch saying if Jake doesn't kill him, he'll kill his whole family. And that was just with one of these boats. And now, the Water Clan, this boat, the same size as the one from the end of the second movie, and a sister boat to it, and then a massive carrier are all coming to the island. And I believe that's when we see Jake running to the front of the Water Clan tribe and running up to these humans and surrendering. And he surrenders to humanity. And I am so freaking scared for him, knowing that he's captured by humanity. That is so unpleasing. That is such an unpleasant thought. Oh, it's so unnerving, man. I really don't like that. I really don't like it. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, and look at that! Look at that! Who do you think that is? That is Lyle Wainfleet. Lyle Wainfleet survived the end of Avatar 2 as I thought. This bastard. I have a feeling either Jake or Neytiri is going to drop him dead in this movie. Oh, we're cooked. Oh, we're cooked. We are cooked. Damn. She looks... Okay, the design looks good. The design looks great. That's what I was trying to say. Without sounding suspicious. Oh, dude! It looks so good. And look at her Ikran back there. Is that even an Ikran, though? Or is that a new species? Look at this. Quaritch and Varang. Humans? Brother. RDA and Ash Clan working together against the Water Clan and Jake's family. Are we dead ass? Are y'all really doing this? Are y'all really ganging up? Is this completely necessary? For real? So what's curious is Varang and the Ash Clan have forsaken Awa from everything we know, but it almost looks like they're worshipping fire here. Are they treating fire like their own new god? Oh man. You know what I'll say though? I think this chick, I think this is Neytiri that's been shot and is down unconscious on her Ikran, maybe still connected to it, and it's bringing her back to safety. But I think Neytiri is going to get brutally injured in this movie, and then maybe that's why we see Jake and the kids on their own. Then again, we see at some point Jake gets captured by the RDA, and it looks like humanity has him secured. And then again, we also see what looks like a climactic fight between Jake and Quaritch, while who they both view as their son, Spider, is sliding off the Hallelujah Mountain. I love this shot of them. I don't know if this is them becoming the leaders of all clans or what, or just going to battle. Dude, they look so locked in. A Marine veteran, and Neytiri has absolutely proved herself. I don't know what to call Neytiri, but she's absolutely proved herself as a warrior. Oh my goodness, dude. This chick is insane. She's literally insane. See, look, we have Spider going down through the Hallelujah Mountains again. It's almost like, which dad is he gonna choose? Jake looks sick as fuck here. He looks so sick, man. Spider sliding off the mountain. Just lock in, dude. Grab a vine, please. Dude, Quaritch looks cold. I cannot lie. Oh, man. He looks so cold. One thing that's crazy, too, as 8-year-olds, my friend and I always called him the General. We never... It's crazy that he was only a colonel in the first movie, but since he was not on Earth, he was able to just kind of seize... I mean, he was in charge of the mercenaries in Avatar 1, but there's a deleted scene where the guy in charge of the colony, I'm forgetting his name, I did this in my Avatar 2 reaction as well, forgot his name, starts with a P. He tries to tell Quaritch that he's not allowed to assault the Na'vi in the Hallelujah Mountains, and Quaritch, while he's still a human in the first movie, puts both hands around the guy's throat and lifts him off the ground, and then does it anyway. I'm so sad that's a deleted scene, but I'm still going to consider it canon. He was just a colonel, but he was able to do what he wanted since the mercs were loyal to him. And now we know there's a female general on Pandora that's in charge of Anchorhead City for the humans. So I'm wondering if Quaritch is going to be taking things into his own hands, and him with this Ash Clan war paint is him maybe even disobeying or defecting from the RDA because he wants to kill Jake that much. He's willing to join the Ash Clan? We shall see. Oh man, another final duel between these two. Third time's the charm? What do y'all think? Just third time's the charm? Is this the end? Or do they have more story to tell with Quaritch? So we also get a shot of Neytiri pulling up on the Hallelujah Mountains, as well as Loak. So I'm really curious what that means. Is Quaritch... Are they going to have a shot where Quaritch and Jake do make up and put their hate aside, and then Neytiri shoots an arrow through Quaritch's back? And, I mean, Quaritch is such a good villain. He really is. I'm sure Varang is going to prove herself. I'm just wondering about Quaritch, though. It's like it would be so cool if they killed him, but if they did a complete 180 and Quaritch becomes a good guy, I don't know, that could also be insane. If Quaritch ends up like a brother, shoulder to shoulder with Jake. But I don't know if they would go for that after everything that's happened. And you know what I just remembered too is Wainfleet. Lyle Wainfleet is the one that dealt the killing shot to Neteyam. So I do think 100% that Jake or Neytiri is going to kill Wainfleet. I don't think Lyle Wainfleet survives this movie. I don't think Varang survives this movie. And I really, really hate to say this. I really, really hate to say it. Pretty certain that one of the parents is gonna fall. I'm so scared for them. I really, really am. Bro, Neytiri is more bloodlusted than Jake in Avatar 2 and 3. She's honestly scary. Honestly, she's honestly scary. Jake is just trying to protect the family, and Neytiri's doing the same thing, but dude, she's shooting arrows through people's heads point blank, grabbing the arrow, pulling it out of their eye socket, re-socketing it into her bowstring, and shooting it into another person. She's still dope, but she's a little crazy too. Now, this, your goddess has no dominion here, scene is crazy because it's honestly looking like, as close as Kiri is to Eywa and loves Eywa, it looks like Varang is going to be cutting her Kuru off to separate her bond with Eywa, the creatures, the plants, the flora, the fauna, everything. And I think that could be worse than Kiri dying in Kiri's mind, being cut off from Eywa. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolute cinema. I am so freaking excited for this movie. It has the potential to be the best one. All of them are so good though. I still to this day, it's really hard for me to say Avatar 1's better than Avatar 2, just because of how much I love both of them. But, I mean, if it had to come down to climactic battles, I do think Avatar 1's is even better than Avatar 2's. It probably has a leg up on it. I love these characters though, y'all. I love this story. I love Jake and Neytiri. I'm so excited to see what they do with Loak. And Spider, I to be honest, was not as excited about him. But the way they're using him to compel Jake, Neytiri, and Quaritch forward, I do really like that. And James Cameron has said that we'll see less and less of Jake and Neytiri in these stories, that the children more and more throughout these movies are going to become the point of view characters. That's scary to me. That is so freaking scary to me after seeing this trailer especially. That phrase is echoing around in my head and it's making me nervous. I am sure I will think of more theories as soon as I hit end record. But yeah, y'all, feel free to tell me what you think, theories. Like the vid if you like the vid. Hit the bell to stay notified for more videos. Most anticipated movie of the year right here. Absolutely 100%. If you like the vid, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.